My life as a beautiful woman. I've been a beautiful woman for 50 days, and no one has compared me to a summer's day. No one has said my lips are like rose blossoms, or my throat is as smooth as alabaster. Men don't have time for that anymore. We live in an age of transparency. Say what you mean and mean what you say. As in, you are a very pretty lady. Or, I think you are very attractive. Or, you look hot. I've been approached by more than 600 men, and that's one of the big themes I've discovered in their method. Cut to the chase. The directness has its charms, but like everything else about being a beautiful woman, it has its dark side as well. One suitor tried to seduce me with this line, "I would like to stalk you." Another said, "I'm in a committed relationship, but I'm looking for a girl on the side." Are these guys honest? Sure. To the point? Yes. Creepy? As hell. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up. I stumbled into this experiment as a hot woman. This one wasn't premeditated. As a general rule, I dislike female impersonation. I have too many bad associations of men in skirts. Benny Hill, Uncle Milty, Idi Amin. But sometimes there are good, or at least excusable, reasons to pose as a female. The reason in this case is my 2-year-old son's nanny, Michelle. She's a stunning woman. Before my wife and I hired her, I thought that hot nannies existed only in vintage penthouse forum letters and Aaron spelling dramas. But Michelle, though I've changed her name for the book, is real. She's 27 and looks like a normal-lipped Angelina Jolie. She's sweet, funny, has a smile straight out of a cruise line commercial, and wears adorable tank tops. No one can believe quite how beautiful my nanny is. Among our friends, my wife's sanity is questioned about twice a week. Michelle is so enchanting. My wife has actually given me permission to have an affair with her, a la Curb Your Enthusiasm. Of course, she only made the offer because she knew there was no chance Michelle would ever be interested. Michelle is too sweet, too Catholic, too loyal, too young. It's like giving me permission to become a linebacker for the Dolphins. In any case, Michelle remains bafflingly single. So my wife and I decided to help her find a boyfriend. How about internet dating, we suggested. Michelle balked. She's shy. She's not a big fan of email. Her internet's down. And aren't all those guys on those sites the kind that have a drawer full of ball gags? We told her that's an outdated stereotype. We'd help her out. Or I would, since my job is editing and writing. I'd sign her up for a dating site, create a profile, sift through her suitors, and co-write her emails. I'd be her online bouncer, bodyguard, censor, and Cyrano. All she'd have to do is give me some input and allow a few guys to buy her lattes. She agreed, and even started to like the idea. She wrote her own introductory essay. I want someone who will make me laugh at the littlest thing, she wrote. We clicked her preferences. Fish and dogs are the best pets. And we uploaded 7 smiley PG-rated photos with nothing more risque than an exposed shoulder or two. At 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, a couple of hours after Michelle had gone home, her profile was approved and popped up online. I'd been anxious about this. What if it went unnoticed for weeks, gathering dust in an obscure corner of the internet? No need to worry. Her profile was viewed within the first 3 minutes. Then again, a minute later. The page view counter shot up to 8, 14, 20. Not quite Huffington Post numbers, but brisk traffic. And then the emails started coming in. A good dozen before I went to bed. I know that technically these guys aren't emailing me. Still, it's an exhilarating feeling to be so desired, if only by proxy. And mind you, I did type in the essay and clean up her grammar. Hey baby, tell me you're coming to London, reads my first email from a British guy who works in advertising. Michelle has given me permission to reject the guys who are clearly wrong. And ocean qualifies as a deal breaker. I zap him back. Sorry, Governor. No plans to come over there. I liked my response. Polite and firm, but a little flirty. I'm getting into character. The next day, I show Michelle a half-dozen men with potential. The cute scientist with a Prince Charles ears. The guy from Long Island with 8 siblings. We respond, how are you? How was your week? We keep it light, non-committal, and short. That's an early lesson. I've always been the chaser, so I didn't realize quite how radically the balance of power shifts when you're the chasee. Michelle could have responded with a random string of letters and numbers, perhaps an umlaut and a backward slash, and these guys would have been encouraged enough to ask her on a date. After 45 minutes of boyfriend shopping, Michelle leaves with my son for a trip to the museum. I spend an hour crafting personal rejection notes to yesterday's discard pile. Hello, sexy gentleman. Thanks for the email. I don't think we're quite the right match, but it was nice of you to contact me. Good luck in your search. Then I type, by the way, just a friendly tip. The username Sexy Gentleman might turn some women off. Maybe too on the nose. Perhaps it isn't my place to say so, but, I figured, it is Michelle's. If a beautiful woman gave me advice, solid, well-intentioned advice, I'd pay attention. Originally, I planned to send a personal ding letter to each of the unsuitable guys, but the volume is overwhelming. By day 4, we've gotten close to 50 approaches. I'm starting to become shockingly picky. I have a growing list of instant deal breakers. Number 1, if the guy uses the word lady or ladies in his opening email. Number 2, if the guy lists his best feature as butt, ironically or not. Number 3, if the guy uses more than 2 exclamation points in one sentence. One enthusiast wrote, "Hello there, beautiful," followed by 15 exclamation points. Number 4, if the guy misspells the first word of his introductory essay. One guy wrote, "Chemistry is important." Chemistry was Chemestry. I don't want to be a spelling snob, but the first word? Number 5, if the guy's opening photo features a shot in which his head is tilted more than 20 degrees to the left or right. Number 6, if the guy has a photo of his jet ski or snowmobile on his page. Number 7, if the guy is wearing sunglasses, any hat besides a baseball cap, or is bare-chested in his main photo. Number 8, if the guy refers to female anatomy anywhere in his initial correspondence. For instance, one guy wrote, "I'm not a professional gynecologist, but I'd be happy to take a look." And that's just a sampling. Never in my life have I had such power. It's tremendous. Yes, at first I feel guilty about failing to respond to 70% of these guys, but it's just not possible. And in a way, it makes me feel better about my life as a single man. Maybe when my calls to beautiful women went unreturned, it wasn't because I was hideous or the women were evil. It was just a matter of time management.